Many of us are right now struggling with COVID fatigue. We're so eager for life to return to normal. Our weariness has been fueled by media misinformation, political posturing, and economic concerns, but I think mainly we're just relationally drained from social isolation. We're ready to be back together with one another. So as a result, many individuals even now are returning to the normal rhythms of life. But this COVID fatigue could not have come at a worse time. Robert Redfield, the director of the CDC, has sounded the alarm that over the next few months, we're going to face the most difficult time in the public health history of this nation. Now is not the time to become careless or to let our guard down. COVID-19 hospitalizations and deaths are now at record levels. On December the 3rd, Dr. Francis Collins, the director of the National Institutes of Health and himself a believer and regular churchgoer, called upon church and religious leaders to do what he called the altruistic and loving thing and keep their physical worship spaces closed while maintaining online worship. As of December the 22nd, only 9% of the total ICU beds were even available across the state of Tennessee, according to the tn.gov website. Intensive care units are nearly at maximum capacity due to a surge in COVID-19 cases. It's our public health care workers that are truly the ones who have a right to be COVID fatigued as they plead with us continually to take the virus seriously. According to infectious disease specialist Dr. Steve Threlkeld, Tennessee is currently the #1 hotspot for COVID-19. He reports, quote, "We're not just high, we are the #1 place in the world right now in Tennessee for coronavirus transmission. This is not a drill. We are the worst in the world." Our family has personally found this to be true. Despite being extremely cautious and wearing masks everywhere, we now have contracted the virus and are now under quarantine. We're doing okay with minor symptoms, but we're trying to stay at home to stop the spread. Some churches are choosing to physically meet right now, and that's their decision. And we're not going to sit in judgment over their reopening plans, but here at Northside, we have tried to make the best informed decisions because our responsibility is for this gathering of believers. For now, the shepherds and the ministers will continue to produce videos and we'll worship together online with no physical gatherings at Northside, at least for January. Now, we recognize both the eagerness to return to our physical gatherings and the tremendous need for fellowship and relational connection that so many of our members are starved for. So in an effort to supplement our need for connection, we're going to be adding additional components to our online offerings. Beginning January 3rd, I'm going to be producing a series of discussion guide questions to accompany the Sunday message. This discussion guide will be available each week on our Northside Nashville app. We encourage you to go to the app and use this guide for discussion, especially among your family members. Additionally, we're forming several, in fact multiple, Zoom discussion groups throughout the day on Sunday. This past week, you were emailed a link to sign up to join one of these groups, and we encourage you to do that. If technology is a challenge for you, we'd encourage you to just simply invite somebody to join you on Sundays for a phone conversation centered around these discussion guide questions. If you choose to meet physically with others for discussion, we just want to strongly encourage you to be cautious and exercise good judgment for everyone's safety. Hopefully, as we move into February and March, conditions are going to make it such that it'll be possible for us to move into more options for our gatherings. So we want to thank you in advance for your patience with us, your grace and understanding. This strategy is going to remain in place until you're further updated by the Northside leadership. So we want to encourage you to watch your email and the Northside Nashville app for the latest updates and announcements. As 2020 comes to an end, so does our Stay Strong theme. In January, we had no idea how this year would come about and how that this Stay Strong chapter reading on the theme of staying strong would be so good for us. But in 2021, we're going to begin in just a little over a week. We'd like to introduce to you a new theme, Revive Us Again. That's going to be our annual theme for 2021, and we're going to join together in weekly Bible readings centered on that theme. Each month, we're going to have a different revival theme, And each week, we'll read a passage to reinforce that monthly focus. You're going to find in your email, we sent it out this past week also, a reading schedule with those monthly themes listed. We want to encourage you to download it, print it out, and start your revival the first week of January. Not only did we send out that email, but the schedule will also be available on our Northside Nashville app. So please join us in this effort, a congregational effort to read and focus in 2021 on the theme of God's renewal and the Spirit's revival among us as we emerge into this new year and for the new revival that we want to be prayerful that God will bring among us.